Hello there, and welcome back to Stardate, this time 20x7, Map 8. As you can see, there are a lot of enemies at the start. You sort of just want to weave through them and get all the weapons you need, as well as hitting that switch that was behind those arachnotrons and stuff. Just ignore the Cyber Demon, he's not of any concern to you at the moment. And then, well, try and get past these guys. And now kill the chain gunners, always a good idea. Jumping down, you want to kill the revenants, but be sure to think about those archviles over there on the right. They are quite the menace if you will just let them attack you, you know. Also be careful of these revenants because they're set to ambush, so they won't attack you until they see you, but you should still be careful of them. If you forget about them, they could have their tag live up to their purpose. Hitting this switch opens this teleporter over here. And now we have a bunch of chain gunners again. Treating them the same way as last time. This archvile is a problem, but once it's dead, we're in a pretty good situation here, and we can just take all the chain guns and then go to the side and lure the barons around so that you can get over here and kill them safely. But be careful of those Hell Knights because they are on your side and they can very easily just shoot you in the back like the backstabbers they are. But fortunately, backstabbers are quite weak to buckshot, and that's exactly what we have. Same with shotgunners, worst enemy in the game, as always. They get the treatment they deserve as well. This wall is secretive, doubly secretive. You get a plasma gun, you know. A plasma gun we're going to use now, as we need to create some spells between us and these imps. Space that we can capitalize on by using the rocket launcher. However, be careful because to your front, you'll see a Cyber Demon over there. Like to the front right. And sometimes it will attack you. Also, you'll notice I'm staying right by this batterment or whatever it's called, because there's some cacodemons to the right of me that I don't want to get hit by. Once all these imps are dead, we're gonna get to the big filter fight of the map. Although, while it only took me 2 attempts, I didn't actually get filtered by it, but that's because I practiced this fight numerous times beforehand. You'll get to see the fight I did die at later, but once you walk across that area, you've got some archviles to kill. And beyond that, the greatest threat is these cyber demons. Fortunately, the infighting is going well, and I don't have to worry about them until they kill everything else. Now, these rockets have lowered, and that also means that archviles on the other side have lowered, and something precarious is taking place. Both cyber demons are on the same side as me right now. I typically like to kill one of them, but there we go. That's what we're looking for, and now I can go over to this side and kill the archvile that gets spawned in over here. Unfortunately, I make poor timing and get zapped, but it's a loss I can recover from. There's a megasphere right there. Now, the only threat left is this Cyber Demon, and once it's dead, we will have made it past the filter of the map. Now that it's dead, all that's left to do is clean up the remaining enemies. So, here we go then. these revenants can be annoying to kill, but their deaths are necessary. Try to get them away from the edge though, because archviles are going to be here later, and if they're too close to the edge, then they can be resurrected. How annoying. So, now that everything is dead, it's time to get the yellow key and use a switch that is over here. But don't let your guard down, because 2 archviles reside within this wall. 2 archviles that are nothing compared to the power of the plasma gun when they're in such a confined space. And they are dead. This switch lets us leave the area, but before we leave, it's always nice to have a megasphere, because we're about to get zapped. It's difficult when you come out of that teleporter to avoid getting zapped, so yeah. Also, these Menkibai don't do what I just did. Hit the switch before so that you don't have to deal with them, because the switch results in their inevitable and painful deaths. This Cyber Demon is not cooperating right now. The manner by which it is not cooperating is by being here. That is not something we want. Unfortunately, it's something we can circumvent, because we're trying to get rid of the rest of these guys in the main area. Unfortunately, that Cyber Demon is encroaching right now, so we've got to be a bit careful. However, these revenants are also a problem that needs to be solved. A problem that can be solved through the use of munitions. Now that I'm over here, I have a better shot at some of the enemies, and I also can kill this archvile over here. Unfortunately though, I'm stupid and get fucking exploded. Brilliant. And doubly so I'm stupid because I go over here, which I can't leave. This was not the plan. So now it's time to go on damage control mode. My goal is just not to die because you got all this stuff coming here, so I secure this side so that I don't have to deal with stuff behind me, and then I use the plasma gun to focus down this archvile to death. Now that I've dealt with the main problems, it's time to kill the sniper enemies. Unfortunately, that chain gunner is helping me as well. So now that everything here is dead, it's time to kill this final enemy, and then we can leave and move on to the next thing. And the next area may look familiar to you because we've been there before, as this is just another route to that area, as you can see. So now that we're back here, we don't have to worry about getting zapped anymore because the vials are dead. And we also have the yellow key, which means we can get the BFG, which I had meant to get before going into the other area, but failed to do so because of my own stupidity. I wanted to go over here again because, you know, health. It's nice to not be close to death. Mortality is not your friend when you're trying to UVMax Doom maps. Immortality though, that's more like it. So now we are in the center area. It's time to kill everything left, including that Cyberdin, which we finally get to put down after it harassing us the whole time for the last 10 minutes. Or in my case, it was like 25 minutes because I died at the finale. Scam. I'm trying to get this guy to infight with the Mancubi on this side. I took out the ones on the other side so that I wouldn't have to deal with threats from multiple directions as much. There's still 2 Revenants over there, but they are much less of a threat. And now that those Mancubi are dead, it's time to kill the Cyber Demon. I'm gonna speed this up because I don't remember how long it takes for this thing to die. Fortunately not too long, but still your convenience is being dealt with. As is this Archvile. And some sniper revs. Down in this area, this is the area where we're going to deal with a couple of vials. The ones I said might resurrect some of those Revenants earlier. Including the one that we had just killed. When you hit this switch, everything lowers, where all those Revenants were. We want to go into the furthest left one. And also, right here. Here's a secret. When you walk over this thing, a bridge raises as you're walking there, so that's nice, and it lets you get that secret. Now it's time to go down here. We get the backpack and the rockets, and we're about to get a bunch of cells. Cells that we will use to absolutely destroy everything in this fight. We want to kill these Arachnotrons so that they don't deal any damage to us, because after the Cyber is dead, they are really the biggest threats. Not any of these Cacodemons. Like, look at this. They're just getting fucking flattened. Brilliant. And now we got a couple Archviles again. If you just rocket the hell out of them, they stand no chance whatsoever. And neither does that Cacodemon, dead in one shot. So here is the second filter of the map, but I never died here, so that's great. You want to take this path and then get some ammo and run into here, make a loop, and then go back on that loop. And now try and retreat to over here. If Hell Knights are encroaching on you, kill them. And once you get the chance, we're gonna push right. But that chance is not yet. Luckily for me, that Cyber Demon also did hella infighting, so that means it gets to die. Thank you, Cyber Demon. Now that everything is dead, we just gotta collect the spoils of war, which in this case happened to be a bunch of cells and a megasphere. Just me making sure I got everything. Up this lift is a secret. A secret we will get by going up this staircase and opening this wall. And this secret leads to another secret. Since I'm at 200 right now, 200, I decided that I wanted to take 0 damage in this fight, so I played a bit more carefully, as you can see. But did I manage to succeed? Well, you'll see. There's a few revenants. I could take damage from them. That was close. You know, splash damage. But I do manage to take 0 damage. Because I'm just so good at the game, or something. So, now it is time for the finale, which is... well, it's the finale, you know? You can sort of pre-fire these guys right here, but I fail to do so. And I take a Megasphere. That will be important, because I did not want to take that Megasphere. That just wasted 200 health. And now everything is encroaching upon me. So I'm just trying to spam my way out. And then this Archvile comes in, and I have no cover, so I go into here. And then I take care of the rest of them. And that's it. The only thing left to do is hit the exit switch. These bars are really slow, but whatever. That's it. So, that was Grand Ballroom 20x7, Map 8. Thank you for watching, and if you've watched this far, you may as well subscribe, because I'm asking you nicely. Please do that. So yeah, I have nothing more to say on this map, other than it's my favorite map of Stardate, probably, except Map 5. So, thank you for watching, have a good day, and goodbye. I'll see you in the next one.